You're going to have to repeat that.
We've lost Gorgeous George.
Oi, that's enough. It's bare knuckle only around here.
Oh. We're changing a fighter.
Oh, fuck me. Your lady friend got a voice. And who might you be changing him to, sweetheart?
You won't know him, but he's mustard.
It's alright, mate.
Holy shit! You're looking pumped. What are you on?
Hooligan bare knuckle, mate.
It's your boys Review Bros back with another one.
And we took an 8-hour flight to get hold of this bad boy, the one you've been waiting for, the Hooligan Bareknuckle 2.0. You know, pumps for days. Stay tuned for all the sections as normal, guys.
Please do like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. We do appreciate
Thank
it. It's that taste and mixability segment.
Guys, we're going to have to address this point straight off. As with all pump products out there with glycerol in them, they do clump up. But as we've always said, no clumps, no pumps. So it does take a bit longer. You know, you can try and aid the clumping with we're putting this bad boy in the refrigerator / freezer. That has been shown to help with the clumping.
So we've just whacked it in, one nice level scoop, just mixing it in now so you can see proof that it mixes okay once it's in water.
You know, we would be lying if we said it didn't clump more than an average pump formula, and that's because it is loaded to the socks, guys. You know, it's full of glycerol, it's full of other bits and pieces, as we'll see through the label. As far as we're concerned, you're getting a hell of a lot of performance here, and you do have to go through the struggles to get it.
Yeah.
And it isn't as bad as perhaps we're even making it sound. We're just being very honest here. Comes in 2 different flavours. Strawberry lemonade, sounds very nice. And the flavour we actually were lucky enough to get is the jungle juice flavour.
George of the Jungle approves. Let's see.
Not bad, a strong flavour though.
It does taste jungly, don't it?
Yeah, it's got like a sourness to it as well, which I like sour.
It's got a bit of a grassy aftertaste, which is very strange, but the initial taste is really quite nice.
Literally like jungles.
Like you're drinking out of a vine or something, you know, like Predator style.
Yeah. What are you thinking in your head?
It is above average. It's not amazing either, so I'm thinking 3.5.
I was going to say 3.5.
Yeah.
And that includes the mixability, because the mixability isn't 100%, but it's not as bad as perhaps you'll think when you see the clumps in the tub. So yeah, 3.5 overall score on Jungle Juice.
Strangely enough, we have let a couple of friends try this and they've given it a 4.5 out of 5, so it's very discretionary, this flavour.
Absolutely.
Right, so how much does this crazy ass label pump formula cost you? We'll tell you.
You may be asking. Luckily, both between us and the US, we get a 15% off discount code, so that's a great start.
Bringing you the unique discounts. So straight off the Apollon website for you US guys, the discount code is RB15 for that discount. That brings the total price to $42.45, and that brings it to $2.12 per go.
Bear in mind, guys, that's a full scoop. That's a 20/40 serving container. We always have to go with the maximum serving to stay consistent with our reviews. So we're going on 20 servings. If I was personally using this product, I'd probably do 1.5 scoops.
Yeah.
So I'd get 30 serves out of it, so then that price is much more reasonable, should we say.
Yeah.
But even then, $2.12 is not that bad considering how much pump formula you're getting.
Yeah.
Moving over the pond to the UK, where we are, you can pick this off of the unique health supplement website, where we have a code ReviewBros15 that gets you 15% off any Apollon product. So you can go for the Hooligan pre-workout.
Same for the Apollon one as well, by the way.
The Chainsaw BCAAs, you know, you name it, any of the Apollon products, 15% off with that code ReviewBros15. So I can tell you now that that code reduces it to £33.99. Now at 20 servings again, it'll cost you £1.69 a go.
Oi,
So
oi.
not bad at all, actually. It actually works out for both us and the US a 2 out of 5 on our consistent pricing score. But you are getting some decent ingredients, so you are getting what you're paying for,
Yeah,
basically.
premium product, bit more expensive than your average pump formula, but will it live up to the price?
So, what makes this label so special, you may be asking, guys, and we're about to delve into this and absolutely what every ingredient does and how it does it. Now, Apollon, notorious for giving us fully dosed products and beyond. So with no further ado, here goes label number 1.
Let's do this. You got a bit of sodium, vitamin B6, vitamin B3, vitamin B12, and the first pump ingredient is L-citrulline demalate, 8 grams.
At a 2-to-1 ratio, I'm presuming. So you're going to be getting a hefty dose straight away of citrulline, obviously with the malic acid as a carrier bond. This is a great start to the label. Pumps for days, boosting nitric oxide levels in the bloodstream. It's a great start, and that is, as dosed as you're going to want it.
Good stuff. Moving on to another ingredient we love is glycerol as glycoshot, 65%, 5 grams.
Yeah, it's a 65% glycerol. At 5 grams, you're still going to be getting, 3.5 grams of pure glycerol. Now, that, to me, is very similar to creatine in the way that it draws moisture and nutrients into the muscle cell, further inducing muscular pumps. Now, obviously, this is the ingredient that is responsible for the clumping of the product. But like mentioned before, as soon as it hits liquid, it will dissolve and it will mix perfectly. It's a great pump ingredient and a well-dosed one at that.
Nice. Then we got betaine anhydrous, 3 grams.
This is a jack of all trades. Again, this has been shown to have some clumping issues. Again, mixes perfectly. A pumps inducer, endurance as well. There's great benefits to it. Again, fully dosed at clinical dose.
Yeah, mega dose in fact. Then we got agmatine sulfate at 1.5 grams.
Yeah, again, double what we normally see. We normally see it between 750, and the most we really see is a gram of it. Again, on top of the citrulline malate, it's going to give you some serious pumps. So I know I keep repeating it, but this is Pump City, guys.
Absolutely. Then we got beetroot beta vulgaris, 1 gram.
Again, further inducing pumps. This works more down the vasodilation route in terms of widening the blood vessels to get the nutrients into the muscle and around the areas you're going to want the nutrients utilised. So yes, you will get some increased vascularity. This, those veins are going to be popping.
Nice. And now this is the ingredient that's taken everyone's fancy at the moment, and for good cause, and that's Fitnox at 250 milligrams.
So this is quite similar to an ingredient you guys may have heard of called S7. But this is a blend of 3 different plant extracts, and I'll tell you what they are. 2 you would have heard of. You would have heard of pomegranate extract, and you would have heard of black ginger extract. But there is another one called Moringa oleifera leaf extract, which is, it reduces damage to the tissues and inflammation. But the 3 combined have been scientifically proven, and I'll repeat that again, they've been scientifically proven to increase nitric oxide levels up to 336% above normal levels. So again, pumps are going to be really improved. And it is also going to minimise factors that cause fatigue and limit performance. So it's a great ingredient. Very excited to see how it comes together.
Lovely. Then we got Himalayan pink sea salt, 200 milligrams.
Again, drawing water into the muscle cell, and it also will help with contractions of muscle. So you're going to get a bit more mind-muscle connection, and further inducing water into the muscle cell because the salt dries out the muscle. So yeah, great ingredient. Again, the dosing is good. It's very good.
Nice. That's why when you throw salt on frogs' legs, they activate.
Yeah, because the contractions, guys. That's exactly, as much as that's a funny analogy, that is exactly it.
You're going to be frog leaping all over the shop. Then we got S7, which is the aforementioned ingredient by Aaron, 100 milligrams.
Again, this is actually a blend of 7 different types, hence the 7. Nitric oxide production, vascularity, muscular pumps. You can keep saying pumps for every one of these ingredients, but it really is the case.
Yeah, and that's again got scientific studies to improve vasodilation by some crazy amount, like 200% plus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Finishing off the list is bioprene at 5 milligrams.
Digestion, that will just help to get all the nutrients mentioned beforehand into the system as efficiently as possible. So it's a great round off to any label, and it should do very well in this one too.
Yeah, this is one of the best pump labels we've seen to date, so let's see how it comes together in physical training. You want some, we'll give it ya.
It is the final results on the training. How do we feel this pump formula?
We went bareback, to say the least.
Boy, we felt it. It is fantastic, and we're not just saying that. Look at the label, guys. I mean, that's quite obvious. It's going to be a great product. It is dosed to, you know,
the moon and back.
Beyond.
I'll say I got a really painful pump just from doing 30 seconds of warming up with a lightweight for delts.
Yeah, it's a strange one, guys, because if you look back at any of our previous pump reviews, we'll either say that they've got a dry pump, where you've got the dry contraction. They don't really fill out as much, but you feel them really good, so that's a good pump product. Then you've got the other side of pump products where they fill the muscle, but it's like a watery, like a soft look. This is a combination of both.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Because of the Himalayan pink salt, you've got all these new types.
Yeah, all sorts of extracts.
Vascularity's up there, it is really good.
Ridiculous. You see veins that you're not used to seeing, you're like, hang on, have I just dropped 5% body fat overnight?
Yeah,
it's really weird.
Strange. But the pumps are so good. And me and Craig were actually talking, and we was thinking, you know, we have in the past judged a pump formula with, you know, some beta-alanine in there being a good thing, with some focus ingredients in there being a good thing. Obviously not stims, because it's a non-stim pre-workout. Effectively, it's still taking pre-workout. And we've scored them down slightly on that factor, but I think because the pumps are so good on this product, you can't argue it, and it doesn't advocate or advertise anywhere that it really is focusy.
Nitric oxide amplifier.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Craig, the mind is so in the muscle where it's dry, contracting, and full, that it brings your focus out in that way anyway. So you're in the zone because you know you're getting the pumps where you need them to be.
100%.
And we've used this 3 times now.
Yeah.
Spread out over a little bit of time.
Yeah.
And each time has been really good. And, you know, I think the label almost speaks for itself. But it's one of those times where you're like, is it actually going to pull together in true training? And now something else I was worried about is perhaps at the full 2 scoops, it'll be too much on the digestion. But I think that bioperine at the end there really does save the day.
Yeah.
It goes through fine. Like, not had any stomach problems, not had any digestion, not felt sick, no aftertaste in the gym. You know, no negatives or drawbacks. It really is productive.
I think that's the sweet spot for what you'd want from a pump product, around the 20 gram mark. You know, when you start going up towards 30 grams, then it gets a bit much. So I think they've nailed the dosings. Everything is beyond clinical dose. Granted, no focus ingredients and no beta-alanine, but some people don't care for that anyway, and it isn't saying that it's going to go for that anyway.
Yeah.
So it's true to what it is. It does get you pumped AF.
Yeah. And what we was obviously, we was arguing where we're going to score this, and I think because it is a stim-free pump product, as it advertises, and because it is so good, we really don't feel like we have the choice but to give it that 5 out of 5. Yeah. As TJ mentioned, you name a pump product before that's dosed as well as that, or if not better. I'll be surprised if there are any out there that are true to the word, that actually also perform as well in the gym.
Yeah, I mean, we've reviewed a lot of good pump products, you know, the likes of Insane Veins, Nuclear Pump. We haven't done Komodo Pump yet, but we do like that review coming. And this does sit up there with all of them, even surpassing some that we thought were unbeatable. Yeah. You know, it's around the Nuclear Pump level, crazy dosing, crazy juicy pumps, you know, vascularity. So
really good. It's in the top few pump products I've ever had, if not the top. It's very difficult to say at that stage. But
getting pumps is just so easy. You know, sometimes you're just not feeling it and you have to really work for the pump, but this, you just like one rep.
And this is on not even necessarily high carb days. This is on, you know,
normal
we've used it 3 times, we know. I used it personally one of the days where Craig didn't, where it was early on in the morning and I'd only had a breakfast shake, and I still had crazy pumps. So it does the job on its own, and that is important, I think. So 5 out of 5, absolutely great stuff. Yet again, Apollon Nutrition smashing the way forward in supplement.
You might be wondering how all those scores come together, and we're going to tell you, starting with
Final verdict, taste and mixability. Now guys, we cannot deny the fact that there is a clumping issue with this, but it's not excessively bad, and it did mix not bad at all.
Yeah, it's not going to take away from what the product does at the end of the day.
Yeah. So we gave that a 3.5 out of 5 on taste and mixability, so absolutely doable.
Yeah.
And we'd like to try the strawberry lemonade at some point, that sounds nice too.
Yeah, we'd take that.
Moving on to the pricing segment, and again, Apollon notorious for being a bit more expensive, but they are also notorious for having highly dosed products, so you are getting what you're paying for.
Yeah.
Remember, we do have those 2 discount codes, so do go back to that pricing section to see what they are, because they do entitle you to 15% off, which is a nice saving at the end of the day. All things considered, it came out on both sides of the pond at a 2 out of 5. So it wasn't too bad, put it that way.
Yeah.
Moving finally into the effects, and as expected, its highest scoring element. We couldn't fault it in any way, shape or form. Check that section out. Also, we gave that a 5 out of 5. The label says it itself.
Yeah.
And then the effects actually said it in the gym. And that, yeah, great stuff. And overall, that gives us a top score of 10.5 out of 15, which may not sound fantastic, but taste is absolutely discretional.
Yeah.
We had, like we mentioned, friends that said it was a 4.5 out of 5. So bear that in mind. Pricing, you can't really have a formula like that and get a 5 out of 5 price. It's just not doable.
The only way you'd win on the price front is if you use discounts and if you use half scoops, 3/4 scoops, that sort of thing.
I think it's a very, very good price for what it is.
Yeah, and I think if you half scoop it, you're still hitting virtually clinical doses on everything anyway.
3/4 scoop it.
Yeah, 3/4 scoop is still, that's the sweet spot.
It's
Yeah.
really good. So
Bring the servings up to 30.
10.5 out of 15, great stuff, great pump formula.
The gloves are off for this review, and we hope that you enjoyed it.
It was good. It was a good roller coaster of a ride with the pumps. You know, this is a product I will be using personally outside of the review world. They really were productive pumps. Thank you, all of you, for watching along. You know, we really appreciate your support, your kind words, your comments, and your thumbs up on this video. Do hit that bell icon for all future reviews. We have some other Apollon products, such as Chainsaw, the BCAA, Kumite,
Chaos.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got a few bits and pieces, as well as, of course, so many other products coming up. So it's important you do sub. It's important you hit that bell icon so you do not miss anything, because you don't want to miss a single Review Bros review. Let me put it that way, guys.
And let us know what you think of the label as well. We'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Do you like it? Do you not? Why? All that good stuff.
Thanks, guys.
As always,
Stay pumped.